Hi guys, welcome back to the Millennial Starseed. I'm your host Andriana, and today we're going to talk about personal branding and discernment. Especially now with this COVID situation, everything is changing, and so we are asked to see things in a different way and not to repeat the old ways of doing things in everything in our lives, in our personal lives, even in our businesses. So today I want to share things that I share through my services with clients, because many of you reach out to me not knowing how to do things. You're seeking for answers, how you can improve things, how you can bring in more clients, how you can get yourself out there in the right way. So today we're going to talk about personal branding and why discernment is important when you begin to create services or put yourself out there. Now, I'd like to begin talking about the previous podcast because everything is related to that when we're creating in the external world. And as I shared in the previous podcast about transhumanism and the fourth dimensional genetic experiment, we want to correct that timeline. So we don't want to create things serving that agenda. We want to be authentic, we want to be sovereign, and we want to find and align with that power from within us in order to bring the best outcomes both internally and externally and in truly helping people. So we want to use discernment when it comes to our creations because everything is based on our belief systems. The fourth dimensional construct is dismantling. There is a lot of drama, a lot of programs that are amplifying negativity, and this split of reality is based on free will choices. This is why I shared in the previous YouTube video about self-care. Everything starts from the self. So when we get to know ourselves first, we're more able to identify belief systems and create our services. When you practice non-judgment and holding space for other people and stay true to your authentic expression, when it comes to personal branding in your business, we want to focus on what truly matters and not repeating old, outdated ways of service to self. We've had enough people taking advantage of other people, and the only way that we can stop this is by creating through an authentic place and not from a place of ego. And how do we do that? We go into our center, into ourself, and we identify the belief systems that we have when it comes to not only selling products or information, but why we do these things, why we want to create things like that, why do we want to serve in this way, what is it that we actually want to do, and why, and who is this helping, how is this helping other people? If we ask this type of questions, we know not only how to take the necessary steps to achieve those things, but we know how to be more disciplined and more in alignment to break patterns that make us feel less than. So I'm going to expand on this in a moment. The first thing that we want to begin with is to ask ourselves, what is needed that we can provide in this now moment, either to create, to invent, or to do, to provide the best outcome for people first, that is in alignment with our highest good and the highest good of all. So we need to focus on a solution-based creation. The reason why we want to do this is because our beliefs create our habits. Those habits and actions that we take determine our destiny and the outcomes from our day-to-day lives. If we're not happy, we need to ask ourselves, why am I still doing something that doesn't make me happy? And what are the steps that I need to take? And what are those belief systems that I hold that are holding me back from my full potential? So we're subconsciously acting in a specific way throughout our day that is based on the belief systems we need to break down. What causes those belief systems to be in place? When we identify them, in a way we rewrite our subconscious, we give another definition to that, and we create a new belief system that is more in alignment with that version that we prefer to be. What is personal branding? It's basically yourself, and you're selling in a way yourself. You're showing who you are to the world. If you don't know who you are, how can you share the right message with people? How can you assist people? If you put your passion first, and if you do what truly makes you happy, then the driver is your soul. You're driving with your inner fire. You're setting yourself on fire. You love what you do, and there is momentum there. So everything aligns, everything comes, the right people come to you. But first, you need to know who you truly are, what your values are, how you see yourself, if you believe in yourself, or if you have things that you need to work on. We need to heal those traumas and traumatic experiences and the programming that we've been through and adopt this warrior mentality that I talked in another podcast episode. To do all these things, we need to strengthen our foundation. We cannot go to, let's say, war without our weapons. And what are our weapons? Our weapon is basically ourself. And if we don't strengthen our inner connection, we cannot go out there because there is a war. There is a lot of belief systems, a lot of judgment, and a lot of programs, projections, and reflections. So in order to get out there, you need to strengthen your internal world first. And how do you do that? By taking the time to see who you truly are, to spend some time with yourself. And that's why this is the best time to do that, because we are forced in a way to be by ourselves, to better ourselves, and to start this internal growth, not just physically and mentally, but in all areas of our lives. The belief systems that usually slow us down are connected to our self-worth and how committed we are or disciplined we are willing to be to achieve what it is that we want to achieve. We can use adverts and marketing and techniques to enhance what we do. This shouldn't be our main focus. Our main priority should be on how we perceive ourselves in order to be more able to see what impact we can bring to the world. And if this is in alignment with our heart, or if this is in alignment with another agenda based on the fourth dimensional program. This is how we're leveling up. We're using what we've learned and we're implementing another higher way of expression. So when we use both and integrate them into one, we go through specific processes, and in this way our higher aspect is introducing us in a way to our patterns. So when we become aware of our patterns, we know how to work with them. It's important to work on yourself, to work on your shadows, because we are creating through our inner child. So in order to let our inner child express through our authentic center, we need to communicate with it. You basically need to set yourself on fire, to do what makes you happy, what makes you feel alive, to embody your highest expression, the best version of yourself. So when you apply this in your business, there's nothing that can stop you. And through all the things that are going to come up, and the failures and the mistakes and all that stuff are coming because we need to expand and to learn lessons and to adopt a warrior mentality, to adjust things, to study more, to apply more. And this is how we achieve victory, because victory is in our mindset. It's not only in earning money, it's becoming more whole as people. If your only focus is money, you're blocking yourself from all the benefits you can receive and you can find from within yourself. That's why it's important to have discernment. It's not a selling mentality, it's embodying more of our highest version of what truly makes us happy. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. It doesn't mean that you will not face challenges. It doesn't mean that there won't be times that you want to quit. It doesn't mean that it won't feel like you're fighting alone at times. It means that if you feel with your heart and your soul and your spirit that this is a thing that lights you on fire, if it's the most important thing in your life, then it's worth everything. All the pain, all the hurt, all the lessons and the efforts and everything. You need consistency and practice. Greatness isn't only in sports or in the military training. It's in your fitness goals, in your kitchen, in your spiritual work, in your habits, your routines, your mind, your body, and your spirit. So charge it to the grind and know that you're ascending through earth, fire, air, earth, and water. By embodying and integrating them internally and externally as one, you work with the microcosm and the macrocosm. Put your passion first, your truth, your fire, and the money will find you. The people who are meant to be there will be there. Pursue your own truth. Speak your own truth. Speak with your own voice, and let your authenticity lead the way. Because if you're not burning, you're not living. There are people who are internally blind and they shine on the outside. Those people are usually dead inside and empty. And I know that because I was there too. And I can only speak through experience. So the only way to help the internally blind is to guide them with the heat of your own fire. So keep burning, even if you're burning alone for a while. And if you're true to yourself, to your dreams, and to your lifestyle, your inner tree, you've already won. Adjust accordingly and unleash your spirit. And don't even let your own heat intimidate you. Don't let your own fire intimidate you. Empower the microcosm within you to influence the macrocosm around you. Your success will trigger people. We need to have compassion for those people and not to take things personally. Because when you begin to radiate that inner light, that fulfillment from within yourself to your services, to your business, to your branding, let's say, there's going to be a lot of people who get triggered. So that's why you need to build and strengthen your internal connection, your foundation. Because when you do that, nothing can break you. You may get hurt. You may go through other processes to strengthen yourself internally and to have boundaries and to learn how to respond to those people by maintaining your frequency and your love, and just not be attached to how other people perceive you, to have detached compassion. There are specific practices and things that will help you in the way you present yourself that is related to self-care, because self-care motivates you to start doing things in a more harmonious way, and you can handle your business and your service work, and it makes you do things because you look good, you feel good, you radiate this. You know, it's important to remind ourselves throughout the day, am I breathing or am I choking myself? Am I on fire or am I lukewarm? Am I giving my 100% or am I procrastinating? Why am I procrastinating? And then express in your journaling time at night. So this is how you begin the day. What is the most important thing that I need to achieve today that will bring me closer to victory? And this is in your routines. First, we begin with the inner circle and then the outer circle. So it's your stretching, your sun charging, your fasting, your workout, your visualization, your self-care, the structured planning, your creations, your journaling, your inner expression, your me time, and then your breathing and your aligning. This is the momentum that you need to build yourself internally, firmly in your foundation. And then you begin to feel good and you share that fire, you share that love, that high vibratory state, you share your passion. And so when you are sharing who you truly are, you apply the personal branding in the highest state through your heart center. When you feel like this, be active, explain, bring people in, get personal. Who are you? What makes you feel alive? What can you help people with? What have you learned through your own processes that people might need? What are you selling? How can people benefit? If you ask this question of how can I help more people through my experience, through my embodiment, through my own improvement, it's easier for you to be authentic. And when you take this embodiment phase on all those processes and put them in your business, of course it's going to bloom because it's yourself. And as you bloom and expand and grow, your business expands and grows because it's an extension of yourself. It's yourself in motion. And as you use your job, your services as a permission slip to improve not only yourself but other people, then this reflects back to you. Your goal is to feel good. If you have your goal to feel good, to feel happier, to feel fulfilled, everything else aligns. Victory is in your mindset. Success is internal. And when it's internal, it's also external because it's interconnected. As above, so below. As within, so without. All is one. All is DNA. All is you. Everything is evolving, growing, expanding. Your consciousness, everything is consciousness. And this radiates in your personal life, your business, your health, your fitness, your habits, your routines, your body, mind, and spirit, because you're embodying and integrating the microcosm and the macrocosm. And you use the fire in your heart, not the fire of your mind. And why am I saying this? Because when we talk about the elements, when you use fire, earth, and water, you put water in the fire and it doesn't get out of control. It comes through balance because you know how to use your breathing and your fire and your air, and you're in alignment with your water. When you use the fire in your mind, it's air and fire, so it gets out of control and it can burn the earth. Earth is basically your creation, so we don't want to create distortion. We want to create balance, so we use the fire of our heart and our mind combined. We learn how to embody the elements and to become the elements through our spirit. And when you have opposition, people doubting you, set yourself on fire around those people who choke themselves with illusions, the conditions of society and all that, because they need your heat to navigate through their own internal light. Having the warrior mentality helps you because you become like a soldier. You say, you know what? I will shine even if I will shine alone. And the more you shine, the more you feel your power. Then the more you feel your power, you don't need anything external to make you feel better because you find your internal source and you can share that source with other people. But be very mindful and cautious when you do this, because when you focus externally, you begin to dim your own light. When you focus internally, building yourself up, you help them expand. You hold space for them to go through their own processes. And when your business becomes your life, or when your life becomes your business, you're in the right path. You are truly in alignment with your authentic expression and go through whatever process is necessary in order to learn more and grow more and integrate more and expand more, not just personally for your own journey, but for the collective journey, through your services, through your processes, and through everything. Everything is yourself. Everything is DNA. Don't bring the old things into the new. Rather, focus on creating and embodying the new and adjusting the old. So it's not about judging and comparing yourself to others or your journey, or judging their skills and their passions and their interests. This is a fourth dimensional agenda that is related to transhumanism. We are outgrowing this version, we're outgrowing this program, and we're in the fifth dimensional understanding, inner standing, because we don't stand under anybody. We stand in ourselves, in our power. Things are changing, economies are changing, everything is changing. And we're required to change our thinking and our actions and our being and our perceptions and all that to align with our true source within. When we integrate, we stop feeding the external agendas, we stop judging one another, and we become more self-aware. And through self-awareness, our journey begins. It's about how you respond to what happens, because we need solution-based embodiment and not repeating loops and other programs that are distorted. And by maintaining this internal connection and frequency, we shift things faster internally and externally, and we are victorious. We are sovereign. Be responsible in what you're bringing to the world and always ask questions. Everything is allowed to happen because we grow through all the processes that we go through. And when we cause unnecessary pain, even though it's allowed, there are consequences. So that's why we need to be responsible creators, because we have to know the impact that we have and the responsibility that we have. The stronger we get, the more responsibility we have to be true to our creations, to be authentic, to come from our hearts, integrity and love and compassion and service. And when we work with that, everything presents itself through divinity. We work to create a legacy that helps the future generations. We are shifting the planet, we're shifting ourselves. We add to the collective consciousness. So knowing that our actions have such huge impact, we awaken. So if you want to take notes, this is what we've talked about today. What is the most important outcome that I need to achieve today that will bring me closer to victory? So first is the inner tree connection, the inner circle, which is your shield and your sword, cultivation of your foundation, the specific techniques, your momentum, structured planning. Everything needs to be written down. Schedule everything with precision and balance. In this way, you bring order into your life, and this reduces the anxiety and the procrastination because it helps you be more focused and have more clarity into what's needed. Have everything laid out and you can take action directly. This also helps you adjust the in-between state of how you're feeling about things. You need to adjust a belief system. Helps you identify things better for your journaling time. So with this foundation, you will begin testing yourself and your values, and this will question your identity, and it will help you to reinvent yourself. And I want to be clear with you, some of those processes are not pleasant. When you're building your business or your mentality and everything, you go through hard times, but you get stronger. So we turn our setbacks into setups for victory. We are on a mission here. So we need to stay ready and to practice this every single day. We wake up every morning and we do what the world told us that we cannot do. We do the impossible possible because we can, because we love what we do. You bend belief systems, you fly above them, you overcome, you overgrow. You are in tune with your highest qualities and you own it. Own yourself, own your victories, own your actions, your beliefs, your habits, your structures. This is your legacy. Because most wars are internal. When you win from within, nothing external can stop you. Be willing to go through all the processes necessary. This is the only way, and that's why it's hard. It's not just one thing, one day, one process. It's a daily process. It's life, it's evolution, it's yourself, your business. You grow yourself through your business. You grow your business through yourself. So that's why your goal isn't just to earn money. Money is the last thing on the list. If you align all that stuff, if you practice those things, if you have the discipline and the willpower and the fire, money will come. Sooner or later, baby, it will come. Because you win the internal battle. And when you win the internal battle, people will start coming. Abundance comes through many forms. It's not just money. It's connections, it's people. It's knowing that you're doing the best, that you're helping people, and all that can be your currency as well. So whenever people try to bring you down in this way, or even your own belief systems, you need to go to war with those statements, because no loss, no setback, no mistake will ever change the fact that you are born to succeed. You're made to prosper, and you're blessed and unstoppable in everything. You are a champion. Your DNA is champion. You're shifting yourself and the planet, and you're undefeated. And success is internal. Victory is internal. This is what I call beast mode. When people say you have no money, replace that with money comes to me easily, frequently, and abundantly in source perfect ways. And when the world says you're crazy, know that the world belongs to the bold. When they remind you of the losses and the negative things that exist, let your success be the answer. When people say that you don't have the talent and that you're average, let the hard work and the discipline be the proof. And remind yourself daily that you're dedicated, fearless, bold, full of faith, prosperous, strong, focused, and disciplined. And you're willing to do whatever it takes to grow, to evolve, to awaken, to meet your full potential, to embody your full potential. Nothing can stop your destiny. No health issues, no job issues, no financial issues, no relationship issues. Nothing can stand in your way of your divine calling, because you are a champion. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being here. If you found this podcast helpful, please share it with your friends and family and whoever you think needs to hear this. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Millennial Starseed. Bye, guys.